But if we're talking about cards that see play and that I think are probably really underpriced, so underpriced it's actually on page 2, this is Chikurimon here. Do you have your Elzemon Chaos modes yet? This is one of your best call targets for the Mastemon starter deck, so make sure you have them. $21 I think is really cheap. I honestly expect the secret rare to go up to probably $35 range. Antibody, he becomes a 4 of. People are looking at using is the secret from 1.5, $10, really solid pickup. Good morning, everyone. EagleX from ATX EagleX Gaming here today, and I have today's Market Watch for April 8th. If you guys enjoyed this cheesy little opener I had, let me know. I'm trying out some different things for how to format these videos. And also, if you guys really do appreciate the channel and like the content, I appreciate if you guys could like, comment, and if you think I've earned your subscription, subscribe as well. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and get started with our Market Watch. First things first, I always love starting with sealed products, seeing where things are. You can get an idea for what sets are worth a lot of money right now. Obviously, classic collections at the bottom at roughly $42 a booster. Great Legends BT4, the first hybrid set, is at $53. The secrets for the set have fallen a lot. Like your ancient Greymons, your ancient Garurumons are starting to go down. People are starting to shift away from red hybrid, as a whole. So it's causing the boxes to go down. But then if you look towards the top end, we got 1.0 boosters at $125 each. These boosters are getting harder and harder to find. So not just the fact that these boosters are harder to find, but the SRs and secrets from these boxes will also be going up and making some prices a bit more sticky. So that's our sealed product. Everything else is pretty fair. It's your $65 to $80 give take for all the other boosters. 1.5 is going to be your next one that starts getting harder to find, but it has time still. So first things first, we're going to cover Tamers. We're in the Tamer format. And towards the top end, we have a box stopper Nokia. I guarantee you this one's, yeah, it's sold. It's just someone who has $15 plus like $5 shipping dealio, or someone bought it. Yeah, $15 for box stopper Nokia is really good. But Nokia is a box stopper tamer. I told you guys last week it was way too high. Now it's starting to come back down a little bit. But this will be a tamer you want to have for next set. If you like max rarity, definitely keep an eye on the price of this one. Your stamped TK carries have been going down, though. Not only the fact has Yellow Hybrid kind of underperformed, but also the stamps not that amazing compared to other stamped cards. It's already a rare, making it foil already. And in terms of the tamer department, everything else is pretty fair priced, honestly. Nothing else is super crazy. Then we go over to Prerelease Stamps for BT7. And like I told you guys last week, stamps are getting very reasonable now. Of course, your Jet Sylphie and Dora Greymon are going to be some of your high dollar stamps, same with the Doraemon. But Zephyrmon, Burning Greymon, Beowulf, Elzemon, like these are all very good prices for how playable they are. Like Elzemon's not a 4 of like all the other level 5 hybrids are, but it's still very good. In fact, it's an uncommon that becomes foil. It's definitely worth picking up if you enjoy playing red hybrid. Similar with purple and green hybrid, their stamps are also very, very well priced. Moving over to the Fest cards. So if you guys saw my intro, I was telling you guys Chikurimon was the pickup last week. Well, some of you guys agreed probably, because it is a $12 stamp now. This card does see play. So just keep an eye out for basically any of these stamped cards that will or have seen play. The Palmon's going to be one to look out for also. Diaboromon stamps, people need multiple copies of it, so the price goes up because of that. Go down here. I don't think there's anything else that's super crazy that, yeah, we have here. There's things to look for. Now, I like to talk about these future formats a lot, and telling you guys Mastemon starter decks coming out. Like right here, we got the Mastemon and Imperial starter decks. I've been talking a whole lot about the Mastemon starter. The Imperial starter, you almost run the brand new line in there. Jamming Veemon and Demi Veemon A are the two cards I believe are the exception to it. But remember when I told you guys Magna Angemon's a 4 of? Well, he had a spike this week. He's came down a little bit, but the alt art, it's gone. It's like $60 for an alt art. But yeah, you can see there's a spike. It was around 20 bucks last week when I told you guys get your 4 copies. And it's not just like me telling you this, like I'm showing you, these are the Mastemon starter decks. We see there's like 21 of them. And if you want to see how relevant Magna Angemon is, he's BT1060. And not only is he relevant in basically every Mastemon starter deck, but there's a few other jank decks that use him, security control style decks. But he's used in basically every Mastemon starter. Similar Elzemon Chaos Mode. This is another card I told you guys to look out for last week. Is $20, $30 now. People agreed. It was underpriced for a secret rare. He's BT7111, and you can see similar thing here. But he's used in 21 of the 21 Mastemon starter decks. Or I guess there's EX2 in there, so you guys have the Elzemon list. But he's used in a lot of the Mastemon starter list. And similarly enough, defeat, he's BT5112, just to get a quick idea. He is used as like a 2 to 4 of. It really depends on how you build your deck for him. But BT112, you can see, he's used and splashed in a few other decks as well. And he's a very high demand secret from BT5. Next, we're going to move on to Red Black Blackboard Raymond. That's what we're seeing here. We see 16 different entries from Japan. And the first card I kind of want to bring to your attention is the EX1 Metal Greymon Rare. So the regular rare is not going to be worth a crazy amount still. EX1 is still relatively new. So 14 cents makes sense. But this alt art is actually something that does see some play in these Blackboard Greymon decks. He's EX108, and I show you there's like 16 Blackboard Grey lists. EX1-08, and you can see he's used in roughly half the list. So he does see more play, which means his price probably will go up as there will be slightly more demand for him. Not to mention the arts are cool. Another card I told you guys about, Blackboard Greymon. I wasn't telling you directly this one, but this one has started going up. And if we look at these lists, BT2-112, he's not really used as much. The one that people have really been looking at, though, Blackboard Raymond Promo, the P-026, he's used a bit more frequently, but these are like your support Blackboard Greymons, and people have been excited to use these cards for a long time. It only makes sense that the price goes up, and $10 for a playable secret is something I've always said is stupidly underpriced. So I think this is a fair price for it now. This promo, I think, can probably see a bit more increase still. Then, Cinderella promos. You guys remember the Buy a Box promo that was coming out? Well, it's caused the price to crash. Not only crash, but crash hard. This thing's going to be like 20 bucks a piece in a little bit more time. But also, once that reprint dries up, this price will go back up as he's still a 4 of in black decks. So just keep your eye out for this. If you don't have copies, probably be a good time to scoop them up relatively soon if you can pick them up. If you get them with the Buy a Box promo, that's also a really solid deal. Then for X Antibody, you also have the Elzemon line, roughly 30 bucks, roughly 46 for the alt art. If you guys plan on playing X Antibody, this will become, I believe, the 3 to 4 of in next set. We can do a quick BT6111. But you get the new Orumon that gives you the inheritable to restand after you attack with Elzemon in its name. So, yeah, the Orumon. In an attack, if you have Elzemon in its name, unsuspend it. So, rather than Dorgorumon being your main boss monster, it's going to be Elzemon now. Just be aware that will cause this price to go up. So, if you don't have these, definitely consider getting them sooner than later, especially if you want to play the deck. Now, we're going to be looking ahead in BT9 now. And what I'm showing to you is Garurumon X Antibody. This is one of the decks that's been performing well lately. And it does rely on the promo Garuru here, along with the promo Were Garuru. which we have here. We have the finalist variant, the online participant variant, and the original one. So if you guys see these, there's a chance the prices will go up, but it has some time still. And next thing we're going to be talking about is the Elzemon Secret. $35 for a fan favorite line that sees play. Not bad at all. Yeah, it looks $32, so it's updated a little bit. And the alt art's gone up a little bit more. But honestly, at $32, I would be picking up my play sets. Because he had the spike, but now he's been going back down. He's definitely worth scooping up around $30. I don't think you'll see him go below $30 anytime soon, unless people get that impatient holding on to him. But he is a really solid pickup, like I've been saying. Then, going with him, Galletmon's also another super solid pickup. If you want to play the new Galletmon deck in EX2, you gotta look at your different Galletmons we have now. And it really just comes down to the 1.0 Galletmon deck, or Galletmon. He has 4 different art variants: the original, the alt art, and then the participant and champion cards also. So just depending on which art you like the most, they're all really neat. I personally like the circuit one the most, but there's some people that do prefer the store champion one. And then there is another Galletmon from the starter deck. He's just not as playable compared to the others. The rest are just from the starter deck, Galletmon starter deck. Other cards I want to look at today, Event Pack 1. You guys remember when these were hot and fresh? The War Greymon was like $150, the Dan Debbie is like $120, same with the Lord Knight. Yeah, these cards have been tanking really hard. And the cards that have actually been retaining the best value are the D-Brigade cards for Commandramon and Elzemon, mostly because they're still playable. And you need them in 3 to 4 for this Commandramon and like 3 to 4 of the Elzemon, depending on how you build the deck. Like $8 Metal Garuru, $12 Mastemon. The market's oversaturated with these right now. Recently from DigiFest, people have been trying to move their copies. And we know a lot of people are trying to move their copies and no one's buying them. The prices will go down as a result of that. So if there's anything you're looking to pick up from this set, I would pick it up sooner than later, just because it's basically at the most supplied part it will be. And demand's just going to either stagnate, but with the supply going down, it's going to cause a price increase. But Event Pack 2, the newer one, we got some high demand cards here still. Lots of better cards overall. Like, most of these are very playable. Gabumon, he's going to be used in X Antibody when he comes around. Mechanori is just a very powerful blocker. Impmon for Elzemon line, Jesmon for Jesmon deck, Nubismon, just a very pretty art. Bushi and Upa for yellow Cherubi decks. So just figure out price point you feel comfortable picking these up, because these probably will hold a premium for a longer period of time. But you can see Toyagi's like 26-ish, and that's probably a very fair price for a lot of these cards to go down to. Besides maybe the Upa, because it is a 4 of in a lot of decks. It's a staple. Jesmon, because it is the boss monster of its deck. It'll probably hold a higher premium as well. Then Judge cards. It's just way too early for this to be considered a fair price. Judges get a good amount of these packs whenever they judge an event. I don't think they're guaranteed any ratios, but I do expect these to start flooding the market given some time. And then we're just going to take a quick glance. Like, cards that tend to be the most volatile are promo cards that have niche printings, applications typically. It's like right here we got Debbymon. He hasn't been reprinted in any way, shape, or form. So sometime in the future, if there's any deck that utilizes him, he's going to spike more. So this is just more of a PSA of cards I would look out for. I think Jamming Palmons are super solid at $9 each. I really do. But like you can see all these niche cards that just haven't been printed. Kurisarimon, $7. He's not like an amazing card, but you can call him with Pride Memory Boost. If you're looking at making your ancient decks, the promos to warp in the ancient decks have been going down a lot, so it's not a bad time to try it. My Elzemon Tribal actually might This card might spike because of Mastemon Tribal in the upcoming sets. There is more Mastemon support, so this card could randomly spike. But it's just always nice to look through these. Remember when these Dash Pack Gabus were like 25, 30 bucks a pop? Yeah, good time to pick them up for $3. Then you got your Alt-Art Memory Boost. You got your Source Stripping Gomas. Remember when this Greymon was roughly 20 bucks a pop during BT6? This time's kind of passed. But if you're looking to add them to your collection, not bad to get them for $3 each. And finally, to wrap things up, we got some cards I kind of want to showcase here, more so as trophy cards that are probably not going to move much in price, because the Old Force Digimon, the War Greymon are just really hard to come by. There wasn't many of them made. This was the top 8 prize card, the Old Force. I believe same thing with War Grey, like top 8 also. This Greymon was stopped. They didn't print him after like the first month of Evo events. It's like you're able to get the Koromon and the Agumon for a little bit longer than him, which is why his price is so much higher, on top of being top 32 versus top like 128, I think is what Agumon was. But like cards here that will see an increase in price are going to be the ones that are most obtainable to be playing with. Trophy cards are stagnant because it's such a niche market in Digimon. It's like this Koromon, it's actually like relatively obtainable for a lot of people to get. And when Blackboard Greymon becomes popular, people like Max Rarity, this is going to be an easy card to pick up. Same thing with Vmon for Imperial, same thing with Patamon for Shine Greymon, or Gabumon here for Gabumon. Like, these will be the ones that just go up more because they're playable and they're more obtainable. Well, guys, if you guys enjoy the Market Watch, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That being said, take care, y'all.